Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to cut drywall. Now this is a piece of drywall right here, and I'm going to show you how to make a nice clean cut. So first things first, you are currently looking at the front side of the drywall. So this is basically the side of the drywall with the paper on it. And this is the side that we will be working on first. So what we need to do first is draw a line on the piece of drywall where we are going to be cutting it. So for this I'm going to use a very simple measuring tape, and usually I would use a pencil because it's more precise. It gives you a thinner line and there's less of a chance of it showing through the paint. But for the purpose of this video I will be using a marker just so it is easier for you to see in the video where the line is. So let's say that we want to cut the drywall 24 inches from the left over here. So if you have a drywall edge, meaning something that will give you a perfectly straight line, then you pretty much only need to make one mark on the drywall. But I don't have a drywall edge, and many people that are watching this video might not have a drywall edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 marks at the 24 inch from the left point. One at the top, one somewhere in the middle, and one at the bottom. And once again, I will be using this Sharpie just so that it is easier for you to see in the video. Alright, so now that I have drawn on my 3 marks, I need to get something with a straight edge to actually draw a straight line on the drywall. Now, you might have a piece of wood lying around, which will definitely work. The only thing that I have near me is this piece of baseboard right here, which is perfectly straight on the outside edge over here. So I'm going to simply line the straight edge, line whatever it is that you're using as a straight edge, a piece of wood, a piece of baseboard, line it up with the 3 marks that you have made. Just like that, and if you measured properly and made the marks properly, they should all line up. And once you have all of them lined up, hold the piece of whatever it is that you're using in the center and just draw a straight line down. Just like that, and then just so that it is still accurate. When I get to the bottom, I simply change from going up to down to going down to up. Okay, now I can remove the piece of baseboard that I've been using to make the straight edge, and as you can see, we have our line, we have our mark on there, and that is where we will be cutting. Now for the next step, we are going to use a blade to actually cut through the drywall. And I should have rephrased that actually. You're not trying to cut right through. You're actually just trying to score the piece of drywall. So a very, very gentle push. You're not pushing hard, trying to get right through. Just a gentle push, and try and cut a straight line along the line that you drew on the drywall. And once again, I'm being very gentle. I'm not pressing hard, just because I don't want to cut right through. I just want to score the drywall. And once I get close to the bottom, once again I change from going up to down, and I start going down to up. Alright, now the cut is complete. Now what we are going to do is go behind the drywall. So I'm just going to move this just so I can get behind here. Just like that. And, sorry, there's a lot of stuff back here. Now that we are behind the drywall, you are going to put your knee where you made the cut, roughly, behind the drywall. And then you can simply pull both sides in, or hold one side and pull the other side in. But you are going to fold it, just like that. And you will get a nice clean cut along the front. Okay? So as you can see, I have a nice clean cut along the front. Then you are actually going to use the knife, you are going to use the blade to cut along the back. Now, if you have a big piece of drywall, you might want to leave it in place and cut along the back. But because this piece of drywall is fairly small, I can lift it myself and turn it around just to allow you to see what I am doing on camera. So I'm going to take this piece of drywall, I'm going to turn it around just so you can see properly. So there is the fold right there. I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to once again just lightly cut just along the fold. You're not trying to dig right through, but just be very gentle and do a good job at keeping a straight line with the blade. And now that I'm almost at the bottom, I'm going to transfer just like this. I'm going to go from down to up. Oops. Sometimes when you try and go too fast, sorry about that, it's cut through. Sometimes when you try and go too fast, you might make an error and go a little bit to the side. So now that I cut right through it, you can see that I have a nice clean cut. And this was the original piece that was on the left. This is the piece that I would be using. Now here's the thing, you notice that the back piece of drywall had torn a bit at the bottom as I was cutting it. And I hope the camera caught it, but just in case it didn't, you can see that this piece tore a bit here. That is why we cut the front first. Because if you take a look at the front, there is a super, super, super clean cut, and any errors that we make will occur at the back piece, which it doesn't matter because you will never see that back piece. You will not have to tape it. You will not have to clean it up. So that is how you cut a piece of drywall. As you can see, it is rather easy. The most important thing is to make your first cut on the front and then break it and then make the second cut at the back. Just because, like I said earlier, any errors that occur will occur on the back of the piece of drywall. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.